a brilliant mind trapped in a maze of his own making. That's the story of Howard Hughes, one of the most fascinating and tragic figures of the 20th century. Born into wealth in 1905, Hughes wasn't content just being rich. He wanted to make his mark on the world, and boy did he ever. By his mid-20s, he was already turning heads in Hollywood as a film producer, but that was just the beginning. This guy had an insatiable appetite for adventure and innovation. Think about this. In an era when aviation was still finding its wings, Hughes wasn't just flying planes, he was breaking records in them. In 1938, he flew around the world in just 91 hours, making the world seem a little smaller and the sky a little less limitless. He wasn't just a pilot. He was a pioneer who helped shape the future of aviation. Behind the glamorous facade of this dashing billionaire, a storm was brewing. Hughes battled an increasingly severe obsessive-compulsive disorder that would eventually become his prison. Imagine being so afraid of germs that you'd wash your hands until they bled, or being so paranoid about contamination that you'd write detailed manuals about how your staff should open a can of peaches. In his later years, Hughes became a phantom, a recluse hidden away in darkened hotel rooms. The man who once commanded Hollywood's attention now couldn't bear to be seen. He'd spend days watching movies on repeat, sitting naked in his germ-free zone, while his empire continued to grow without him at the helm. The tragic irony: the brilliant mind that helped him build an empire eventually became the architect of his isolation. The man who once conquered the skies became unable to leave his room, trapped in a prison of his own making. Howard Hughes died in 1976, but his legacy lives on as both a cautionary tale and an inspiration. He showed us the heights human ambition can reach, but also reminded us that even the mightiest can fall victim to their own demons. His story teaches us that sometimes our greatest strengths and our deepest weaknesses are two sides of the same coin. In the end, Howard Hughes wasn't just a billionaire, an aviator, or a filmmaker. He was a complex puzzle of brilliance and brokenness, reminding us that success and suffering often walk hand in hand.